The one who recites the Quran will be confidently believing that these verses had not been suggested merely by a human being. No. But he will be confidently believing that this is from God Almighty. We'd like to recite 3 last verses of the chapter number 10 to see how God speaks. And I want you to think, can these be suggested by a human being? These verses are making it incumbent upon the person to cleanse his heart with its creator. And that's what we call the pure monotheism and worship to God Almighty. Let's recite these verses. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم قل يا أيها الناس إن كنتم في شك من ديني فلا أعبد الذين تعبدون من دون الله ولكن أعبد الله الذي يتوفاكم وأمرت أن أكون من المؤمنين. Say, O Muhammad, O people, if you are in doubt as to my religion, then I do not worship those whom you worship besides Allah. But I worship Allah who causes your death, who is the causer of your death. And I have been commanded to be one of the believers. وأن أقم وجهك للدين حنيفا ولا تكونن من المشركين. And I am commanded that direct your face, that means yourself, towards the religion, inclining to monotheism, to pure worship of the one God alone, and never be of those who associate others with Allah. ولا تدع من دون الله ما لا ينفعك ولا يضرك ولا تدع من دون الله ما لا ينفعك ولا يضرك فإن فعلت فإنك إذا من الظالمين. And do not invoke besides Allah that which neither benefits you nor harms you. For if you did, then indeed you would be one of the wrongdoers. Wrongdoers here, it means those pagans. Because supplication should be raised to Allah, the creator of all creatures. This is the monotheist worship. And as people talk about human rights, worshipping Allah alone, apart from paganism, from statues, from asking the dead. This is divine rights, God's rights, Allah's rights, and the rights of Allah before the rights of human beings. So, وَلَا تَدْعُ مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ مَا لَا يَنفَعُكَ وَلَا يَضُرُّكَ فإن فعلت فإنك إذا من الظالمين. And do not invoke besides Allah that which neither benefits you nor harms you. For if you did, then indeed you would be one of the wrongdoers, pagans. وإن يمسسك الله بضر فلا كاشف له إلا هو وإن يردك بخير فلا راد لفضله يصيب به من يشاء من عباده وهو الغفور الرحيم. And if Allah should touch you with adversity, there is no remover of it except Him. But if He intends you with good, then there is no one to repel His bounty. He causes it to reach whom He wills of His servants, and He is the forgiving, the merciful. قل يا أيها الناس قد جاءكم الحق من ربكم فمن اهتدى فإنما يهتدي لنفسه ومن ضل فإنما يضل عليها وما أنا عليكم بوكيل. Say, O mankind, the truth has come to you from your Lord. This is very important. This is a declaration from God Almighty. And it's the final, because the Prophet is the final one among prophets and messengers. That's the final warning from heaven unto earth. O mankind, the truth has come to you from your Lord. So whoever is guided is only guided for the benefit of his own soul. But whoever goes astray, then he is going astray in violation against it. And I'm not over you a manager. واتبع ما يوحى إليك واصبر حتى يحكم الله وهو خير الحاكمين. And follow what is revealed to you. That means, O Muhammad. And follow what is revealed to you. And be patient until Allah will be judging. And He is the best of judges. What would you say after hearing this? A man thinking, writing at that period of time, or it's a command from God Almighty? And that's why we have this book. There are many people who read only the opener chapter, which is the first number 1 chapter in the Quran. And he said, after reading it, it's very small, that's enough. Now I can tell where's the truth. I can tell where the truth is. So make up your mind. Think about it. Follow this book. And don't care about the political agendas and propagandas that have been set, and they are being set until today and in the future, to block you from knowing the truth, from catching the last chance before your death or before the final hour comes. Make up your mind. Think it. Beautiful verses that instructs you and forces you to worship the one God alone purely, apart from asking the deads, apart from asking the statues, apart from clenching your heart with these images and statues and dead people and graves. This is the pure way of the Prophet Ibrahim and all the other prophets who never ever believed in Trinity, who never ever believed that God has a son that was born and then he died and he was running away from the Jews who were intending to kill him, etc. This is not God. God cannot be like this. God doesn't die. There is nothing called Trinity. Abraham was not Trinitarian. Don't be fooled by those who say to you, oh, you don't understand it. It's your problem. No. It should never be believed. Since He is one, He has no son. Since He is one, don't involve Him with number 3, making Him the third among the 3. That's not true. And don't be deceived and fooled by those emotional tricks. He died for our sins. Oh yeah? He died for our sins? Then why He created us and He's testing us? Everything in this life is evident that this life is a life of test. It's a short life. So where's the test? If God went down on earth to die for the sins of the people, and why doesn't God die for those who had been sinned against them? Their rights have been violated. They have been killed. They have been stolen, mugged, kidnapped, killed, deprived from their rights. properties, or even their own souls. Why doesn't God die for those people? Why he has to die for Hitler and for those sinners and criminals and serial killers? Does Jesus die for those? He didn't put in mind the importance of dying for those who have been oppressed. Watch out. The devil is preparing for you tons upon tons of emotional tricks that will be fooling you and diverting you from the straight path. No matter what Islam is being fought nowadays, Islam cannot be fought. Islam cannot be defeated. Who are the defeated ones then? Oh, those who do not really hearken themselves to Islam. Those who do not care about inviting people to the guidance. Well, they care about life. Well, let them suffer life, since they don't want to invite people for the other life. And the worst kind of terrorism is to terrorize people, preventing them from the way of God, by which if people obeyed, they will be in everlasting peace in this life and in the hereafter. God's name is peace. One of the names of God is peace. So his religion cannot be terrorist religion, since he is the peace, and the peace comes from him. And we're ordered whenever we meet anyone saying, may the peace of God be upon you. Our salutation is supplication. Salutation is supplication. May the peace of God be upon you. Then we say, wa alaikum assalam, and may the peace of God be upon you too. Are you telling me this is terrorism? Are you blaming the pure, clear religion for those extremists who deformed it? Ignorant people? You judge Islam for that? You're following your desire. You're trying to justify for yourself, why not I'm accepting the true religion? Or because of those people. Well, wait until you say to God Almighty, because of people. Didn't God send you a book? Why didn't you read the book? Why do you have to make your judgment through what people did? Well, Christians also do the same. Jewish people do the same. So therefore, we have to follow the truth. This life is a short life. You don't know when your soul will be picked up again from you, no matter where you were. Highest building, surrounded by security and police and armed forces, etc. The angel has nothing to do with this. Nothing can stop him. He belongs to another system. Nothing can stop him from entering to you on the moment of your death, which will never be delayed even 1 second. When it comes, you are under the system of God Almighty on you. Make sure you follow the guidance and the truth before you will be put in your hole. And after that, there is no other chance for you after realizing that you were wrong. Peace be with you. Assalamu alaikum.